What's good YouTube, Giants fan 696 back here with a video today, and today's video is going to be a breakdown of the post-fade Phenom badge in NBA 2K25. So post-fade Phenom, pretty self-explanatory, improves a player's ability to make post-fades and hop shots. So this one's for all the post scorers out there. This will be a good test for you guys to see. So what I did is I took LeBron just because I like his post-fade animation, and I edited him to have the badge on bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame legend at each attribute threshold you would need in the builder. So for bronze, he has a 60 post control and 61 midi. Silver, 70 post control and 71 midi. Gold, 79 post control and 80 midi. Hall of Fame, 84 post control and 90 midi. And legend, 90 post control and 94 midi. In the builder, you need either or. You don't need both statistic. And as always, we're also going to start out with LeBron with no post-fade Phenom, just under the bronze threshold at 59 post control and 60 midi. So also keep in mind here that in the My League, there's an actual post-fade statistic that there isn't in the builder. So we're going to put his post-fade stat to match the mid-range. So for example, for the no post-fade Phenom, we have him at a 60 mid-range, so he'll also have a 60 post-fade statistic. Just something to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, as a reminder, we're kicking off with LeBron with no post-fade Phenom. So he's at a 59 post control, 60 midi, and 60 post-fade stat. He's going to shoot 5 post-fades as usual and see what it looks like. Also, just a couple more things to keep in mind. I am on Hall of Fame difficulty as usual, and as usual, high risk, high reward shooting. And all of his LeBron's other badges have been removed, so we'll purely see the effect of post-fade Phenom. And right there we go 0 for 1. Again, my attributes are very low, and I don't even have post-fade Phenom, so I don't really expect to make really anything here, but let's see. Maybe I'll be surprised. Yeah, that's 0 for 2. Again, another slightly early. I can't imagine the green window being very big here, especially obviously on Hall of Fame. But we'll go through our 5 and see what we get. We're going to try to keep things consistent, so we're going to try to shoot the post fade from around the same area. Again, that's 0 for 3. Another slightly early there. We do make one right there, so we are now 1 for 4. Again, very surprised I even made any. Again, I got a 60 post fade, 60 midi, 59 post control, but hey, I'll take it. So 1 for 4 right there. And we finished 1 for 4. So again, at least we made one more than I thought. Thought we'd go 0 for 5, so finished 1 for 5 instead. Let's go ahead and check out bronze now. See if that makes a difference with a 60 post control and 61 midi. So I'll bump his post fade up to 61 also and give him post fade Phenom on bronze. All right, guys. So now we're at the bronze badge at those attribute thresholds. Again, we went 1 for 5 without having the badge. So let's see if hopefully we do better than that. Again, same area. And we start off 0 for 1. That time with a slightly late. So, I mean, I'm at least getting close to the green window, but it does feel hard to green. I mean, I've shot only slightlys so far, except for the one I made in the last. Okay, make that one. So that's 1 for 2. And we make that, so that's 2 for 3. And it does feel a little bit easier to time, I must say. I don't know, it just feels like the green window is a little bit bigger, even though my stats are still low. Again, keep in mind, I'm only at a 60 post control, 61 midi, and 61 post fade, so, and on Hall of Fame. Okay, so that is 2 for 4. Let's see what our last one here looks like. And we finished 2 for 5, so felt a little bit easier to time, but I still only made 2 for 5, so we're gonna go ahead on the silver now, where I will have 70 post control, 71 midi, and 71 post fade. All right, guys, so now we're at the silver post fade Phenom threshold. So 70 post control, 71 midi. Again, since it's my league, 71 post fade with silver post fade Phenom. 1 for 5 with no post fade Phenom, and 2 for 5 with it on bronze. So let's see how we do here. And we easily green the first one there, so that is 1 for 1. All right, we go 1 for 2, slightly early there. 1 for 3. 1 for 4. Definitely not high on silver. Let's see if we tie what we were able to on bronze, at least at 2 for 5, or if we're gonna end up going 1 for 5. And we're able to tie, so we do end up going 2 for 5. So we're gonna keep going 2 for 5 on bronze and silver. So we're gonna move on to gold. We'll now have 79 post control and 80 midi and post fade. All right, guys, now we have it on gold at those attribute thresholds. Again, went 1 for 5 without the badge and 2 for 5 on bronze and silver. So let's see now if we have more luck with it on gold. And right there, guys, we do start off 0 for 1. 0 for 2 right there, another slightly. All right, there we green 1, so we are now 1 for 3. All right, so we go 2 for 4. So we're gonna finish 2 for 5 again, like bronze and silver, or will we do a little bit better at 3 for 5? Let's see. And we do finish 3 for 5. So slightly better than bronze and silver. Again, we went 2 for 5 there, 3 for 5 on gold. So let's keep going to Hall of Fame. We'll now have 84 post control and 90 midi and post fade. All right, guys, so now I have LeBron with Hall of Fame, post fade phenom at the attribute thresholds he would need in the builder. Again, 3 for 5 on gold, 2 for 5 bronze and silver, and 1 for 5 with no post fade phenom. So let's see how we do here. And right there, we do start it off 1 for 1. All right, there we go, 1 for 2. See what our third attempt here looks like. All right, we are now 1 for 3. So Hall of Fame's not looking too great to me. Let's see how we finish here. 1 for 3 is not a very good start. Okay, we do go 2 for 4. So let's see here if we're gonna tie how we did on gold, or if we're tying bronze and silver. But 2 for 4 right now. And we do finish 3 for 5, so we're tying gold there. So again, 3 for 5 on Hall of Fame isn't too great. So let's go ahead to Legend now, where I have 90 post control and 94 mid-range and post fade. All right, guys, so now LeBron has Legend post fade phenom at the attributes he would need in the builder. So again, gold and silver, gold and Hall of Fame, we went 3 for 5, bronze and silver 2 for 5. Not having badge at all, 1 for 5. So logically makes sense, but let's see if we have a little bit of better results here with Legend. And we do start it off 1 for 1. Yeah, so let's see how we do. I mean, my attributes are pretty high at this point. So again, it is Hall of Fame difficulty, high risk, high reward shooting, and all his other badges have been removed. So we see just the impact of post fade phenom, but starting off good there at 1 for 1. Okay, 2 for 2. Okay, we go 2 for 3. Okay, 3 for 4. And let's just shoot one more. See, hopefully we could finish 4 for 5, or if we're gonna tie a Hall of Fame in gold. But right now, 3 for 4. And we do finish 4 for 5. So pretty happy with how we did on Legend there. So just to wrap up, again, this test logically pretty much made sense for the most part. So without post fade phenom, we went 1 for 5. With bronze and silver, we went 2 for 5. Gold and Hall, we went 3 for 5. And on Legend, I went 4 for 5. So if you're a post scorer, I would just tell you to go Legend. If post scoring is going to be like your main priority. Because if you plan on post fading a lot, 4 for 5, I mean, that's 80% of your shots, so that's not bad at all. But it would be a big commitment with your attribute points because you need either a 90 post control or 94 midi. But yeah, if you want to make it consistently, I would say you have to go legend for this badge. If it's not the main focus of your game, I would say go gold, just because Hall of Fame and gold we want the same. So the lower commitment would be gold, which would be a 79 post control or 80 mid range, which would be more doable. Again, 3 for 5, 60%, still not bad at all. I wouldn't go bronze or silver. 2 for 5 if you plan on doing this. I mean, that's not really great. That's less than half the time. And then I wouldn't obviously do it without the badge at all. So pretty much for your post scoring is going to be a priority for you. I'd say go legend. If it's something you just want to mix in here and there, I would say go gold. So that's my take on things. Appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know down below which badge I should break down next. Check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot of my team on there, and I'm out.